Hi, so what is the biggest secret in trading? Now, a lot of people will claim the secret is all about the indicator they're trying to promote to you. And there's a lot of indicators out there. Are they secrets? No. And quite often they're just variations that other people are using, etc. The strategies themselves, are these secrets? Mostly not. Most of the time they're shared. They're only a secret so long as only you know them. As soon as someone else is sharing them, they're no longer secrets. Techniques, different techniques people are using. Generally, everyone I've ever seen are using similar techniques. There may be a different approach sometimes, but there's nothing secret there. The markets themselves that people are trading, is there any secrets within those? Not really. Even the big money doesn't know really what's going to happen next. Perhaps they have an idea, but they've just done better analysis, potentially. So we got these secrets in there. And the biggest secret, the actual secret, is controlling your psychology. Psychology of trading is the secret. Because cracking it for you is different for cracking it from anyone else. And it's the understanding of where you're sitting when you're trading, how you feel, etc. Only you know how you feel, and this is the biggest secret: is conquering the different levels. You've got to be aware of how you're feeling. Of course, I'll give you some ideas of what you might want to sort of. Yeah, that's me. We'll come on to that in a moment. But there's 4 fears, and I've just clicked on the first one of them. This is from Mark Douglas's Trading in the Zone. Absolutely brilliant book, well worth reading. That's Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. You'll get it out there on Amazon or wherever. Really good book. Fear of missing out. This is where traders would do things and take a trade too early, whatever it might be, but they just don't want to miss out, or the trade's already, the market's flown up and they jump in board for it to move up another couple of pips and it rolls over. Fear of missing out, big one. Fear of loss. Of course, people don't like losing money. So a lot of them will not accept it as part of trading, which it is. If once you get over that fact that, well, it's part of trading, I'm going to have losses, maybe some of the fear disappears and subsides, but we'll come on to that in a moment. Fear of being wrong. We're programmed to be right. We're taught to be right. We have exams. We're ticked if we're right. If we're wrong, we're penalised. So that big fear of being wrong affects a lot of people. Yet it's okay to be wrong in trading. It's just par for course. Fear of letting a winner become a loser. This is where people are sitting in these winning trades. It's taken a bit of a move against them, and they just cannot hold on to them, and they let go of it. And you know what happens next. Of course, it goes on and hits their original target from their analysis. So all these 4 things are there. However, there's around about 27 emotions. Believe it or not, a lot of this was it came across by emojis. And scientists were sort of developing the different emotions that are out there and sort of categorizing them. Now, the ones that are sort of there for trading, and you might want to note this, freeze it here, write down some of the ones that are probably affecting you. But adoration of trades, amusement, just doing it for fun sometimes. Is that really what we're doing in terms of trading? It might be for you, in which case you should know that. If it's just for fun, that's great, if that's what you want. Anger. Do you get angry when you get losing trades, winning trades that you've missed, and etc.? Is there an element of anger into what you're doing? Anxiety. Are you just sort of so nervous in terms of what's going on there, and you're unsure of every part of it, and you become quite anxious and change completely how you're feeling? Or of maybe of other traders, or of your own ability sometimes, which can be something that you fall over at some point in the future. Boredom. This is the biggest thing at the moment with the markets going a bit choppy and sideways. Traders want to be trading. Boredom. It's an emotion that sits there. It gets a lot of people. I can tell you, you don't have to be bored trading. You just look at something else and read something or do something. Backtest, of course. But any of these things, you don't need to be bored. Calmness. This is where you really want to be. Calm. That one with the markets, just accept it, whatever is there, and be completely calm. If you can get into that phase, brilliant. Confusion, well, what are you confused about? How you're feeling, what it is. But again, you've got to identify this. Craving, well, comes back to the boredom and everything else, really, doesn't it? Craving for the trade. Disgust when you've taken the trade that you shouldn't have taken, and you're then coming into it. Empathetic pain, feeling sorry. It's just that uncomfortableness when other people are not doing it either. Maybe entrancement. You get just totally drawn into the markets and hypnotized by the markets and drawn into everything. And well, is that a state you're sitting in? Is that how you're feeling? Excitement. Really dangerous place to be. If you're getting too excited, it's a great thing to really enjoy what you're doing, but if you've got too much excitement, maybe you're not trading from the right place. Fear, well, we've gone through a load of fear. Horror, well, this could be when you sort of wiped out your account or whatever it may be. For some people it might be something completely different. Joy, well, joy and sadness, two aspects. A lot of people feel joy when they have the winning trades and feel sad when they have their losing trades. It's not a place to be, because even if you've got a 70% win rate, you're going to be joyful for 70% of the time, but you're going to be sad for the 30%. Do we need to be sad? No. But anyway, nostalgia, looking at those old trades what you shouldn't have been doing maybe. Relief is at the moment that the market gets back in and you go from being underwater in your trade and suddenly it's breaking even. Do you take do your clothes off? Is that how you're feeling? The relief, and is that reaction sort of coming to point? Or is it just relief that you're hitting your target? Satisfaction. We can become over-satisfied with ourselves and what we're doing. I think that's okay to have a satisfaction if you're running through your trading day, business day, and you've done everything as well as you could do, and that's where you might be coming from. Surprise, well, there's always going to be surprises in the market. I don't think we can take this away. There'll be speakers that occur that happen or talk when we're least likely to expect it. There are surprises out there, but we can prepare and remove some of the surprises from the trading day. Some things to do, and I would strongly recommend you do this, is record how you feel when you're running through the various parts of the trade, in terms of when you're doing your analysis. Identify how you feel through the different parts when you're actually sitting first thing in the morning. How you're feeling when you're sitting there, and write down your different emotions in terms of where you're feeling. Confident, calm, fine, anxious, whatever it might be. People sit in these different phases before they've even started, when they first sat down or first got their phone out their pocket or whatever they're doing. So record what it is, and then record what it is when you've done some analysis and you've found a setup. How do you feel when you found the setup? Then you're going to press the trigger. You'll do your analysis of the setup and work out, of course, the risk. And you'll get to the point where you're ready and the price triggers and you're in the trade. How do you feel then? Or taking the trade if you're doing it manually. Write all these things down, because it will help you identify where you need to help yourself or get help, or talk to others, whatever it may be. How do you approach this? You could ask, and someone will give you an idea, and that works well. And there's plenty of ideas out there, I can assure you. There's no secrets to that. The only thing is the psychology yourself, because you're individual. That's your secret. Anyway, one thing you can do is a big thing, is reduce uncertainty as far as you can. Now, this isn't guaranteed. It's just taking an edge off of. It's interesting that I've got a group of traders that have been doing an experiment with me over the last few weeks, and a few of them have suddenly done their back testing as I recommended they did for all their strategies. And as they've done it, they've realized that some of the strategies just don't work, yet they've been trading them. And it gives them, okay, they've had some winners and losers, but they've had probably more losers than winners through it, and it's just not working. It's not working on some currencies, so they've dropped some currencies, which is a great thing. It works better on others. Well, that's fine, but they've all of a sudden they've reduced some of the uncertainty of, is it me or is it the strategy? Now, you can't guarantee that a backtest is going to give you certainty, but what you can do is understand whether it really works in the first place. Let's take moving average crossovers. For the majority of people, and the majority of seers, quite a big percentage of time, they just don't work. So if it's something you were looking at, there's an uncertain aspect that you could be building into what you're doing that you want to remove. Anyway, so that's as far as I'm going to go with this today. So get in there, do whatever you need to do, but record, as I say, do the first aspect of this, even if you don't do the second. But I always strongly recommend you've tested what you're doing. It's okay. I've got other videos on my channel that you can look back at, back testing, etc., because I think it helps us psychologically. If we've got an idea that something is going to genuinely, not because some bloke down the road or somewhere else has said this is going to do this, we can go back and say, well, if this pattern occurs, it's got a 70% chance of happening. And then you can have a satisfaction, then that emotion of satisfaction that you found the strategy that's working 70% of the time. You're going to trade it as you should to the plan, and everything else, okay, calm, satisfied with the outcome, whether it wins or loses, because you've done every aspect that you should do. So there we go. Some thoughts for you. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. Also, if you like more like this, do give me join and subscribe to my YouTube site. Take care. Bye for now.